All right, hello, rockers, rollers, and heavy metal maniacs. It's the Meister from Brews and Tunes. Cheers. I am absolutely thrilled today. Very excited. I am chatting with a rock and roll legend. Of course, I am talking to the one and only Tracey Lamb, bass player extraordinaire, of course, of Rock Goddess and Girlschool, and her new band, Rockeros. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Tracey, how you doing?
Hey there. Hello, everybody. I'm doing really well.
Good.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me,
Yeah, of course.
Victor.
It's great to see you. I'm like I said, I'm thrilled to chat with you. I've been a big fan of yours for many, many years. So this is for me is yeah, I'm beside myself with excitement. This is really cool.
That's
So
so, thank you so
and
much.
and unfortunately, I've never seen you live, which is unfortunate because I've been a fan of both Rock Goddess and Girl School for like since I was a kid, and I've seen Girl School, but I think I it was this last tour they did, and I think you had just left the band because I actually thought you were going to be there, and then I got there. I'm like, oh, where's Tracy? Like, so we'll talk
Yeah, I
about
know.
that, of course. But I guess the first thing I wanted to ask you. Oh, sorry.
I did the first USA tour because it was in two parts.
Oh,
And I
okay.
did the first March in 2024. And then I left actually on my birthday
Oh,
in
wow.
2020. So, and then they did the second part in October. So, yeah, I'd already left,
Yeah, that's when
unfortunately.
yeah, it was with Alcatraz. Yeah.
Yes, and Alcatraz did the first tour, and also Lily and Axe.
Oh, great
What an
band.
amazing! I nearly swore then, so I would try not to swear. What a bloody good band they are, and
Oh,
lovely.
fantastic.
Oh my god, yeah, what a tour! Yeah, it was fantastic. The lineup, it was great.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then I had to depart. In the June on my birthday, 17th of June. Um, but the thing is, me and Girl School and me and Rock Goddess would always be friends. You
Nice.
know, we're like sisters,
Yeah.
and there wasn't a dispute, there wasn't a fallout or anything like that with either band. It was just circumstances,
Right.
personal circumstances, actually, that you don't want to really listen to. But yeah, we're all still good friends
Excellent.
forever. Actually.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I knew that it was amicable. I remember yeah, I think when Girl School announced it on Facebook or, Instagram or wherever, they said that you had left the band, but they said, it's amicable, like there's no hard feelings. It's just, it is what it is. So,
But people try to make it a drama.
yeah,
Yeah, some people. But
right.
no, seriously. I mean, I spoke to Denise the other day because we lost a mutual friend, Kevin Riddles, passed
Yeah.
away from Angel Witch, formerly. And, we were all a bit devastated. I spoke to Jodie, spoke to Denise. We're always in touch. It will always be like that. We've gone through so much together that we are sisters for life. And
Yeah.
that is unique, actually. It's
Yeah,
very nice.
that's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. That's great. Yeah, and yeah, it was terrible about Kevin. That's really sad. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
poor Julie.
yeah,
Julie, yeah, I'm here for you.
yeah. Rest in peace, Kevin. That was yeah. I interviewed him. It was an email interview, but I interviewed him a few years ago, and yeah, he was just such a nice guy. He was so down to earth and friendly, and yeah, just a cool guy. Yeah, we couldn't do the Zoom thing because he couldn't. I think they live out in the country, and he couldn't get reception. So he's like, "Well, let's just do an email interview." I'm like, "That works." So,
About 15 minutes.
yeah, 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 yeah. What a nice guy. What a lovely guy. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, it's great that yeah, you're um,
lovely
still
to be.
tight with the ladies in girl school and Rock Goddess, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah.
very.
Because I mean, yeah, that's your
I'm Victor, doing a conference call with video with Jodie and Julie tomorrow because every kind of 6 months, we go on video conference, and but Jodie and Julie are getting together because they both live in Crawley in Surrey, England. And so they're going to one or the other's houses, and we're going to do, and what we do is we pretend it's a pub, you know, we pretend it's a pub in London, and, you know, I may put the St George's flag behind or a Union Jack or something, you know, or have English things around me, like a phone
Nice.
box or something, whatever. And we get drunk and we have a good time.
Nice.
And that's what we do tomorrow afternoon.
Excellent.
So regular occurrence.
That's
Yeah.
very cool. That's very cool. I love that.
You know, because I'm open for any project. You know, even though I've got my ultimate new band at the moment, I will always do any anniversary with Rock Goddess, Girlschool, any project that they want bass on. No problem.
Nice.
It'd be a pleasure.
Very cool. Oh, that's great. That's good to hear. That's great news. Yeah, I'm hoping that Rock Goddess hasn't completely called it quits forever. So we'll see, I guess.
Oh, turn the fan off.
Oh.
Too loud. That's better.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, you never know what we're going to talk about tomorrow. You never know, do you? Really,
Yeah, yeah.
it's all up in the air.
I'd love to be a
It'll be
fly
all.
on the wall for that.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. That sounds cool. Yeah, I've interviewed them and they were really fun.
You know, the 2/3 of Rock Goddess, so you never know. They might, you know, just want to have a chat and a catch up, or this might be something else. We don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, ultimately, you know, I'm settled here for life, and I have my current band here. You know, that's my number one thing. But, you know, like I said, I'm open to do anything, you know, any project. You
nice.
know, so anybody out there, even if it's in the States, you know, there's technology now where you don't have to be there in person, but you never know. Rock Goddess or Girlschool might want to do an anniversary thing.
Yeah,
I'm there
awesome.
with them, you know.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
great. Yeah, that'd be very cool. That'd be very cool. Um, yeah, so tell me about this project, this new project of yours there. Yeah, so you're in Spain. I don't think I mentioned that in the beginning of the interview. You moved to Spain 18 plus years ago,
18.
right?
Yeah.
So you've got a new project there called Rockeros. Tell me a little bit about
Yeah.
that. How did that come about?
Well, when I had to leave girls' school because of personal circumstances, but so it was, yeah, just over a year ago, June last year. You know, I had to take a step back for a year, yeah, because of my personal circumstances. And then things started getting a little bit better, and I thought, well, I can't travel at the moment, but I can do something local. So, and you know, fortunately for me, at the same time, a drummer that I used to work with here about 15 years ago came back, a Norwegian drummer, Rooney. He came back from Norway and Portugal to reside back here, and we've been in several bands together. And I said to him, look, I'm really missing the music.
Hmm,
Do you fancy doing something? So we rehearsed on my terrace for about 6 weeks, just bass and drums, got everything together.
nice.
And then I said, look, now we've got the foundation, let us now advertise for a guitarist locally. And we auditioned guitarists, and we found Dave Pepper, an old punk rocker and a metalhead as well. And we are just, because I always had this chemistry with the drummer, yeah, really. And then when Pepper played with us, it just sealed everything. The
Nice.
chemistry, the power trio. We all sing lead vocals.
Oh, cool.
I didn't so much lead vocals when I was in Rock Goddess, just a couple on the last album of Girls' School. But you know, I found an inner voice I've always done the high harmony. I've always done harmonies with Girlschool, Rock Goddess, but this is something that I found that I didn't know I had. And same for the drummer, you know, and we're doing songs like Rammstein, you know, Tool Hast and America, and we're doing like Symphony of Destruction, Megadeth, and then we're doing something like the Cardigans, a favourite game, or we're doing Stupid Girl, you know, Garbage.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's such a mixture. I love rock and roll and Joan Jett, and all our favourite tunes plus originals.
Oh, cool.
We all write as well. So, but we're on Costa del Sol, so that these people are kind of sheepish, and they, you know, they just like covers. So we're trying to do covers that nobody else does here, because we're all sick of it.
Yeah.
And throwing in a few original songs as well, which is, you know, making it more attractive for us to do. You know.
Very cool.
But yeah, we're doing covers that nobody does here.
Nice. So you're playing at like
Because we're
local pubs, local cafes, or?
the moment we found, because we're quite new into this. This band's only been together really about 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. Really new then.
So, well, maybe a bit longer, maybe about 2 months, because I was rehearsing with the drummer before, really. So, and then we've only been with the guitarist, Pepper. I call him Pepper, Dave Pepper. He only came on board a little bit later. So we have now found a really cool rock bar that we are hosting jams at, and soon to play a full concert. But when you play a concert here, it's 2 fucking hours. Excuse me.
Oh, wow. 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do 75 minutes with Rock Goddess and Girlschool. So, you know, but I'm looking forward to it, you know, because we're getting prepared. We're nearly there. But at the moment, we're just doing jams and getting, you know, local musicians to come and play, and we're helping young people play as well, because we've got this young guy called Brian from an Italian family, that a local pizza restaurant, and he plays a mean metal guitar.
Nice.
And he's just playing at the pizza bar. He's wasted.
Yeah.
So we're inviting him and other people like that we meet, and other musicians that are professional too, come along and play together, and it's good for everybody, you know.
Very cool.
And
Very cool.
right, he is amazing.
Nice.
And he's loving it, playing with us, because we're all 3 oldie woldies, you know, professional musos. His family love it. They
Nice.
come every week. And so we'd started with the jams every week. We've got a home for our equipment. It's all set up. We just have to add the mics and the guitars and whatever.
Very cool.
And it's fantastic. So yes, we're recording a demo.
Oh, I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, we're recording a demo next month in Almanaka, which is not far from here. And our first gig is around mid-August, a 2-hour set, I'm telling you about. Yeah, so we do 1 hour, we have a break, and we're going to do another hour. And then we've got another gig set up at the same kind of studio venue where we're recording. And once we've got that demo, you know, I'm going to get in touch with people that I know to try and get on festivals and, you know, do club gigs and stuff.
Very cool. Oh, that's great news.
We are really, really fucking rocking it, you know.
Yeah.
Everything any cover we do, we just put our own stamp on it, and because we've got such chemistry, I'm actually really, really excited about this project, because I've never ever experienced such immediate chemistry like that. Of course, Goddess had the chemistry because we grew up together. We were children, and we learned to play together. So obviously the chemistry was there. But and then Girlschool, of course, I just slotted in, and you know they loved my playing, and we had fun, and great band. But this is different. It's like I don't know. It's just really powerful sounds like it's five of us, but there's only three.
Oh, that's
I,
great.
I
Uh,
love it.
yeah, that's very cool. That sounds, I can't wait to hear I can't wait to hear the demo stuff. Like yeah, hopefully you'll be releasing that in the not too distant future. Are you going to put some of that on your Facebook page or on Bandcamp or anything like that?
Yeah, we're going to really push it.
Cool.
And this is going to take us to the next level, you know. And we're going to do 4 songs. We're going to do 3 covers. One of my choice, I'm singing lead vocals on. One of the drummers, really. I know he's going to pick Rammstein. Pepper, you know, he's old punk, so it could be the Sex Pistols. And then the fourth track is our own composition,
Nice.
our own original song.
Oh,
Yeah.
very cool.
And it's called Never Say Sorry.
It's called what? Sorry.
It's called Never Say Sorry.
Never Say
The
Sorry. Okay.
fourth, the original that we've composed together as a band.
Oh, cool. Nice. Oh, I can't wait to hear that. That sounds very cool.
I'm,
Very cool. Ah, I
I'm
love it.
waiting.
That's great. That's good stuff. And it's amazing that you, yeah, like, well, I mean, you're all professional musicians, but yeah, it's cool. Like a very young new band.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, no.
It's amazing to find. Well, obviously, I played with Rini before, but it's amazing that us three have come together like this and we have this chemistry because I had a year out because of personal issues, and to come back like this so strong, you know, it's blowing me away. Actually, you know, it's so exciting. I look forward to every rehearsal and every time we come together, and it's cool.
Nice.
Very exciting.
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
very, if I may say, it's very sexy to be in this band
Nice.
because it's powerful. You know, it takes you there and beyond when you're playing. I've never experienced this before, and plus because I'm singing lead vocals and found this inner voice that I never knew I had. I knew I had a good harmony voice before and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
but to actually scream and rasp, you know, like similar to, you know, my rock heroes, then, you know, this is even more exciting for me.
Very cool. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. This sounds great.
You know, I bought myself a bloody guitar. I've always had an acoustic. So I taught myself to play guitar after the bass,
Mm,
you know, with the chord and all that. So I've always had an acoustic, but to actually buy an electric a few months back, I bought a Harley Benton. I know it's not a lot of money, but you know, it's just to write on with my heavy metal pedal. It just does the business.
yeah.
I'm there with the writing, and it's prolific at the moment. I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop
Oh, wow.
writing.
Oh, that's great.
I love it. So, you know, in a way, the way things have panned out, even though, you know, I'm not with Rock Goddess anymore, even though I went back for the Reformation, so I was in Rock Goddess twice, and I'm not with Girlschool anymore, and that was 3 times,
Yeah.
plus one time I helped him out in Israel back in '83. We are all sisters, but this band is more exciting for me at the moment.
Cool. Cool.
All the things I just mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like, well, I mean, just showing that notebook, I mean, it sounds like you're really inspired right now, which is cool to see. Um,
Yeah, that year out has done it. That year out, because of circumstances I won't mention, there's no need to mention it, but I was unable to be a professional musician for a year.
hmm.
And it will be in the book. So when the book comes out,
Oh,
the
okay.
book. So all that will be in the book. But that year out, I had to stop. It's been the inspiration for what I'm doing now.
I would
And
imagine. I
of course, the past years is an inspiration, but also it was that last year
gotcha.
that took me away from it. And nobody should stop playing.
Yeah, I would imagine that was difficult.
It's just,
Not being able to play for a year. That
yeah, fuck, sorry,
no,
it
you're
messes your head, you know,
yeah,
'cause something, if it's not in your control and you have to stop, then it's criminal. It's oh, I don't know the word, but it is very sad if that happens. No one should ever stop playing. If you love it and it feels good,
yeah,
never stop.
yeah.
And I wish I hadn't. I did have a choice, and I wished I hadn't. But then again, now we've come to this point, then in a way, maybe it was for the best.
Right. Yeah, because you've come back with a fury, so that's good, right? You're inspired, you're kicking some ass. Yeah, this that's good.
Yeah, I'll give you a credit.
Oh, thank you.
A fury, Victor.
Yeah, yeah,
Oops.
that's good stuff. That's cool. I love it. I wanted to ask you about if we can go in the way back machine, go way back in time. I always thought this was really cool. You know, you mentioned a little bit ago, you know, the fact that you grew up with girls' school and you grew up, you know, you learned together. I mean, that band formed in what, 1977, right? I mean, you were literally kids. You know, you
Yeah,
were
could I just adjust this a minute?
sure.
I grew up, went to school with Rock Goddess.
Oh, sorry, did I
I
say
joined,
girls' school? I
but they were from the same part of London.
oh
So they heard about us and used to come to our gigs
oh wow.
and to rehearse in the same place. So I also knew girls' school growing
Okay.
up. They were a big influence on Rock Goddess, as well as the Runaways and many other classic rock bands at the time,
Yeah.
and yeah, loads. But girls' school were from South London, and so were Rock Goddess. So, which is very unusual that the only two girl metal bands that have ever really made a stamp were
Yeah.
from South London.
Huh.
I was originally from Durham, by the way, up north, but I moved to London when I was 10.
Okay.
Met Jodie when I was 11, got in a band with Jodie and learnt to play with Jodie and Julie for 3 years. Then we were out there. But before we started gigging, we had a little bit of press, and Girls' School were rehearsing at the same studio as us.
Wow.
So they were, you know, giving us support before we even made a mark
Wow.
in the industry. So yes, I grew up with Rock Goddess initially, but Girls' School were always around.
Nice. Yeah,
Always.
as I say, yeah, I seem to remember you in a previous interview that I read of yours.
I do apologise.
Oh,
77 for Girls' School, 79 for Rock Goddess.
okay. Wow. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's amazing to think that, yeah, you and Julie and Jody, I mean, you were just, I mean, literally children. You know, you're just kids and and at that time too, that was a crazy time. You know, I would imagine.
Great.
Yeah.
If I had a time machine, I would go back there. I wouldn't change anything. I just want to relive it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was such a great, beautiful time, you know, not just in the rock and metal genre. It was just the whole thing. You didn't have to lock your door.
Mm,
There was no climate like it is today, and you know, bad things. It was a good time, and the fashion and everything. But then, yeah, I just loved that era. It was great.
yeah.
Yeah, and Jodie was my best friend at school and still is my best friend. And Julie was 4 years younger. So Julie was 9
Wow.
when we, and me and Jodie were 13. So we were still kids too. Yeah. And I remember Julie being 9. By the time we were on the road, she had a private tutor. She left school 2 years early
Oh,
so she
wow.
could do this. And because of the law in the UK at the time, we could only do a certain amount of gigs and have to have 2 or 3 days off, you know,
Huh.
because it was a children restriction for in entertainment and that. So, but she had a private tutor that used to come on the road with us, and he was a musician as well, so he understood.
Hmm.
And he used to teach her all the subjects, and it was, you know, that's what we used to do.
Wow.
And girls' school were pretty young too when they started, you know. God, 79, because I think all the girls were, I don't know, about 5 years older than me and Jodie, 10 years older than Julie. But they were pretty young when they started as well. And of course, I have to mention Kelly, the original guitarist
Oh,
in
yeah.
girls' school. It was tragic.
Yeah, may
And
she
we were
rest
all,
in peace.
we took turns in the hospice.
Oh,
We were there right to the end. And
wow.
that bonded us more
I would
together.
imagine, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a huge
she,
loss to the music world.
she was amazing.
Yeah.
So this is for Kelly, Schmo, we used to call her. Cheers, Schmo.
Cheers. Yeah, yeah. May she rest in peace, rest in power. Yeah, she was. Yeah, what a force. What a force. What amazing. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, that whole era, that whole time, like as you said, is just incredible. Just such cool. Yeah, I love that, especially the you know as it's called the new wave of British heavy metal. Um, I'm I'm
Yeah.
I'm a junkie for that era and that music and I've always wondered it's easy being a fan. It's easy to romanticize about what that was all about and what it was like then. It probably wasn't as I picture it, but I wonder, did you realize when you were in the middle of it as a young person, how powerful that movement was and what was going on? Like, you know, because you guys were gigging a lot, and were you gigging with, you know, a lot of those other bands, you know, like Iron Maiden and Angel Witch and
Oh my God, yes. The
nice.
marquee was the hub, and the St. Moritz across the road, and the ship pub, all on Wardour Street in London. Yes, it was a movement, and you felt you were part of something, but
Mm,
we didn't know it was NWOBHM. We didn't have that title at the time. We were
yeah,
just bands starting out together in the, you know, in that hub, you know, and it was fantastic. It was an amazing time. But no, we didn't realise that we were new British wave of heavy metal movement. We didn't get that title until a bit later.
right.
But we were involved in something special for sure.
Yeah, very. Yeah, it seems like, you know, and again, I think I romanticize about it, you know, especially being here in the States, but it just seemed like it was such a magical movement for me, especially. I could just that music always spoke to me. You know, I can't get enough of it. It was frustrating as a kid growing up here. It was hard to get that music. You know, you'd read
Yeah,
about it in magazines, you know, unless it was, you know, Iron Maiden or Saxon or, you know, Def Leppard, but a lot of it wasn't accessible here, unless you spent a fortune trying to, you know, order it. But now it's great. You can get everything.
yeah. Of course, we didn't have the internet.
Yeah, yeah. So,
We did live shows unless you were there.
right.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least we have that now. You know, that's good. But yeah, it was fantastic because once we got to the gigging level with Rock Goddess, yeah, and we were out there, I was playing with, you know, opening up for my heroes,
Mm,
you know, Motorhead, Blue Oyster Cult, Wishbone Ash, Uriah Heep. I mean, it's Black Sabbath, even in Russia. I
wow.
mean, I can go on and on and on, Victor. But to go from just a little girl starting to play the bass in a school band and then playing with all your idols and fucking favourite bands of all time was really mind blowing.
I would
Mind
imagine.
blowing.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fantastic. Standing at the side of the stage after you finished your set, watching your favourite band of all time that you are supporting
Yeah.
on a festival or a show or I don't know, a tour even. You know, it was just really humble and bloody mind blowing.
Yeah.
Really was.
Yeah.
And I
That's
won't forget. And it keeps me, you know, it keeps me level headed, you know. You can't, you have to put on a cap when you go on stage. It's
yeah.
a hat and you perform to the best of your ability and you feel the music and you don't have to pose. It comes naturally. You
Right.
feel the music. But when you come off the stage, you take the bloody hat off and you become a normal person.
Yeah.
I know I'm never quite normal because I'm a musician, but do you know what I mean? I'm trying to
Yeah.
say, you don't carry that ego
Right.
off the stage. A lot, not a lot of people. I've come across a few people that do. I'm not going to mention names, but out of my experience, these bands in this new wave of British heavy metal were not like that. They were all down to earth people,
Yeah.
came together in a movement, and it's now part of history, part of metal history.
Yeah. And
It's cool.
it's very cool, and it's a sad thing. I think it's cool. What I love is that a lot of young people are now discovering that music. Like my kids,
Yeah.
partly because of me, but obviously, but like yeah, my son has really gotten into it. He's in his mid 20s, and he loves. He's buying vinyl, he's buying, and he's starting to delve into stuff. And it's cool to see that, especially because I think there were bands. Rock Goddess uh, had a good career, I think, and obviously Girlschool did, but there, some of those bands, and there was a lot of great talent, and they just didn't ever get off the ground, which was too bad. Apart
Well,
from,
rock should have been bigger than they were.
oh, much
To
bigger,
be,
yeah, much bigger,
it was quite challenging to be a woman
yeah,
at that time.
yeah,
No, don't get me wrong. Everybody in that circle, were fantastic and very supportive. But the industry as a whole
mm,
was very male dominated.
yeah,
But we had a lot of respect from our peers and our friends and bands and male musicians, that were involved in that scene. We had a lot of support, but it wasn't easy. And to be quite fair, we're like nearly 50 years down the line, and it hasn't really progressed that much.
no,
You know,
no,
it's still, okay, there's more female musicians, but there's not really more female bands
yeah,
because it's still a novelty now.
yeah, that's true,
And
which is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you think of, like, as far as young bands, I mean, there's like Burning Witches, like an all-female band.
yeah, them a couple of times.
Oh, okay, cool.
Fantastic, though,
Oh yeah, great band.
a couple of times. But going back to what you said, excuse me, I need to clear my throat.
Sure.
Going back to what you said earlier about young people, you know getting into NWOBHM, yeah, and a new British wave of heavy metal, because once these kids start loving the rock and the metal, they have to go and delve into the history, so they find it, and then they go in deeper into that, and that is fantastic, you know. And like you say, it's normally kids of rockers from the past, or sometimes it may be just by chance they hear a metal track and they love it, and then they go back and they look to the history and where it came from,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I think that's really really magical. It's really great. I love it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love it. I think
yeah.
Rockeros are helping this absolute talent of a 17-year-old boy at the moment to
Yeah.
get him out of the peak place and
Yeah.
playing with proper musicians like us,
Yeah.
and he loves it. And so at the moment we've got a fourth member
Very cool.
because Brian come up and play symphony or distraction or come up and do White Wedding or whatever.
Nice.
It's great.
That's really cool. That's cool. Yeah, you should try to get any of your other professional musician friends come and visit sometime, and they could jump up on stage and do a song with you guys as well. That'd be pretty cool. Like Jody or
God,
Julie
yeah.
or you know.
Well, Denise from Girls School, the drama. We are very close. We're all close,
Yeah.
but we go back. We spent a lot of time together, and she wants to come over for a holiday. She did come over once before,
Oh, okay.
but she wants to come over with another friend. So yeah, but the last time she came, I was trying to get her out and get her to play and jams and stuff, but she had the flu and so she was in bed for about 5 days.
Oh
But I
no.
did get her out. But this time she's going to come up and play.
Very cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, yeah, I can't. It'd be great to be an audience member and have, like that'd be pretty cool to see.
And Kim wants to come.
Oh, nice.
Jodie wants to come with a fella, and Kim wants to come with her fella. So yeah, they keep saying they were going to come, but we'll see. But
Yeah,
Denise did come.
nice.
She came on.
Well, I want to come and see it. That sounds
It's
awesome.
lovely. Like I say, it's intense for 3 months, but the other 9 months, it's a pleasure to be here.
Nice.
I love it. I'll never go back to the UK.
Nope.
Finished for me. Don't mind visiting. Don't mind touring. But as living there is concerned, no way would I ever live there again. I got
Okay.
my residency here, and that's renewable for life.
Very cool.
I just can't take the politics there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Can't take the politics.
Understand. Yep, I get that. Makes sense.
Do
Um,
you mind if we pause
oh, no problem at all.
just to get a drink?
Um, so let's circle back to Rock Goddess. So you left, so you played on the first album and then you left in 83, I think, right?
Yeah.
And that's when you uh joined the band correct?
Yeah, I formed the band She. So I left Rock Goddess in 83, but we started in 77. Actually, it was 76. I was
Oh,
13.
wow.
Yeah. So, I was with them for 6, 7 years. And then I left in 83, late 83. And then I started to form a band with a guitarist called Kat Babella, who joined Rock Goddess towards the end because she was going to be the fourth guitarist.
Oh, interesting.
We're going to go from a 3-piece to a 4-piece in Rock Goddess. But it didn't work out, and we both left at the same time.
Mm.
And we formed a band together. That's how it kind of developed. Yeah. So me and Kat formed She. And it's a shame, really. We didn't actually get to record, but we had a lot of interest.
Mm.
And we were a very good band, all original stuff.
Cool.
We all wrote together, and we got a singer called Jackie Bodymead, who later went on to join Girlschool for a year and did one album, and Chris Banacci from Australia, who also went on to join Girlschool. And then I ended up playing with Chris Banacci in She and Girlschool. So it was very incestuous because there wasn't many female musicians.
Yeah.
So it was quite incestuous, and yes, so. But we never, ever, all of us ever fell out, really. It was quite weird. But anyway, so we were only together for 2 years. There was 2 different lineups in She. And we had Vic Mail, who was Motorhead's producer, and also Rock Goddess and Girlschool's producer, interested. And we were about to do some demos with him, but unfortunately he got ill.
Oh.
And, and not long after that, for a few other reasons, we disbanded.
Mm.
Yeah. But we were a very good band. I think there's only a couple of gig recordings on YouTube. But yeah, we were good.
Nice.
So when we disbanded, um, oh, oh no, before we disbanded, we lost Chris Minarchi and Jackie Bodemy to Girlschool, and we replaced them, and we did another year. We did a few festivals like with Marillion in Spain and various other places. So we lasted about that we didn't get to that point with Vic Mail, doing the recording. So I think that would have kind of moulded us together, but fortunately it wasn't to be.
Yeah.
That was she.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I remember reading about she, and I was like, I trying to find music, and I was like, there doesn't seem to be any recordings out there, and because yeah, kind of like what you said with especially younger people when they discover something, they kind of go down those rabbit holes. Like I do that all the time. Like, you know, I if I like a band or like a specific musician, I'm like, okay, what else have they done? I'm always kind of curious, and so yeah, so I remember reading about she years ago, and I couldn't find anything, and then I was always curious. So after she, uh, you joined Girls School because I think you replaced Gil Weston, right?
Yeah.
I think she got ill or something, or she was having some health issues or something. I can't remember, but so that was
No,
87, right? Ish.
no, Gil, no. What happened was, let's go rewind a bit. I helped Girls School out in '83 during she.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
was
that's
doing.
right.
I went to Israel with them because Gil had her sister was getting married,
Hmm.
so she had to go to her sister's wedding. So I went to Israel, and it was the first time for me on a plane. I was only about 18,
Oh, wow.
and back then flying wasn't as regular as since. Anyway, so it was amazing. But no, Gil wasn't ill. But when I actually joined Girls School in '87, officially, I don't know what the reason was
Hmm.
actually, because I wasn't there. I was just recruited, But she wasn't ill, and she's
Oh, okay.
fine. She's wonderful and still part of the girls' school community.
Nice.
As in the bands and the ex members. Gil's a great girl, great. And funny enough, she actually helped me out once because a bit later, I think it was about, I don't know, about 89 or something. I had to go to Australia because a friend was sick,
Hmm.
and I had to go to Australia. And she replaced me in Germany for 2 weeks. So we've done
Nice.
it.
A little back and forth.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Um, yeah, so so that first run of Girls School, it was 87 to like 91-ish, right? Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And then you left and then you came back in 92 and you were with them for quite a long time up into I'm sorry, what? 93?
93.
Okay. And you
I
were
came back. I was there with Girls School from 87 to 91, and then I came back in 93 to
okay.
2000. But obviously, in between these years, in between leaving Rock Goddess in '83 and joining Girls School in '87, I was in various other bands.
Mm.
But we don't need to go there. But I didn't stop. Yeah. And then from 91 to 93, I was in various other bands, a
Mm.
grunge band, actually.
Oh, really?
That was Eminence of CC Rider. I don't know if anyone remembers them. But
Yeah.
anyway, I never stopped playing.
Cool.
So then we come to late 99, 2000, when I left girls' school for the second time. So it was 87 to 91, 93 to 2000.
Okay. Nice. And so What were you doing at that point? What was happening? Why did you leave girls' school at that point?
Well, I got wed,
Oh, okay.
actually. I got wed, and I had a real high profile fitness job,
Mm.
which was paid me very, very well. And I was doing both for a long time. I think it got to the point where, ugh,
Just too much.
big job in the fitness industry. So yeah, but then I stopped. That was the only time I stopped playing.
Hmm.
I stopped playing for nearly 5 years,
Oh, wow.
from 2000 to 2000, end of 2004. And that's when I joined the Rock and Roll Gypsies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is a big project and a lot of history. I mean, bloody hell, Wurzel was in the band. He was playing guitar in the band before I got involved.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, lots of musicians there on the project, HIV project, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Sex, drugs, and HIV. Yeah, so yeah, I did a lot of stuff with the Rock and Roll Gypsies. We were the band that was hosting the whole project, and we went out and did a lot of gigs, little tours. It was fantastic, and for a good cause, because everything went to charity. Everything went to the Terence Higgins Trust and
Oh, cool.
cancer research.
That's very
And
cool.
yeah, that's fantastic. Played with some great people, and that went on from 2004 until I left the UK to live here
Oh, wow. Okay.
in 2008. But I was coming here since 2004 because I had a friend here and I started a business. I started a gym for women, fitness gym for women here.
Oh, okay.
That's what brought me here.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was curious why you ended up in Spain.
I did that with a friend. And well, I moved here in 2008, but I started that in about 2007. I did a gym here just specifically for women, that wanted to get fit and felt conscious
Yeah.
about going to a normal gym and stuff. So I was doing that, and then I discovered the music scene here, around where I'm living now, and I loved it so much that I could just get up and play any kind of music, not just rock and metal, but I was doing flamenco, I was doing reggae, jazz. It was fantastic,
Cool.
and it helped my playing hell of a lot. Can't tell you. And but obviously my roots are where they are. That's always going to be my favourite type of music. But anyway, so yeah, so I was running a gym, my own business with a friend, and I was going out there and playing with all different kinds of musicians here in Spain. It's fantastic. So I did that uh, for a couple of years with the gym, and then I opened my own bar,
Hmm.
Tabla Rock Cafe.
Oh,
And
cool.
I made it like a hard rock cafe, cars on the walls, pictures of all the greats, and I was introducing vegetarian and vegan food to the place.
Oh, nice.
I did meat as well, but yeah, there was a vegan and vegetarian menu. And I also taught classes, Pilates and fitness upstairs on the terraces. I had 3 levels. It was the best bar here in Torres.
Wow.
But it was hard. It was hard work, and I wouldn't advise it. It's a money pit,
Yeah,
but I did it. I've got the t-shirt. I
very
did it. And I booked bands that no one was having here. Bands from Granada, Cordoba, Malaga, Venice, Malaga, from different places. It wasn't just the norm that's here that plays the same old rubbish.
right.
Well, it's not rubbish, actually. I take that back, because I used to like what they used to play with, because it's been overplayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to get bands from afar and introduce them to this area. It was challenging, but I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't tell my friends to do it. It's
Yeah.
hard work to.
Yeah. It seems like that would be, yeah, just so time consuming. God.
Yeah, and it's a 24-hour job. And then that took me to 2013. And
And then
that's when Rock asked me to reform with them, 2013.
very cool. Yeah, that was an exciting time. Yeah, what prompted that? What made Jody and Julie decide to reform at that point? Because it had been you hadn't been in the band for like literally 40 years at that point.
Yeah, but we were always in touch.
Right.
What actually, the reason why Rock Goddess reformed in 2013 is because Julie got divorced,
Oh, okay.
right? And she wanted to play again. So her and Jody decided, well, the the only person we can really ask is the original bass player, which is me, and we did it. And
Nice.
actually, you know, because of the distance and coming back to Paul's, we decided we wanted to record an album first, and then our manager John, Jody and Julie's dad, was booking gigs in advance, but we wanted to record something straight away. But first of all, we had to rehearse. We hadn't played together for a long time,
Yeah.
and I hadn't played gigs because I was running two businesses here, a gym and a bloody bar. So I was a bit, I could play and get up and do a few songs, but I hadn't done a full set for a long time, live.
Yeah.
So we had to rehearse and we wanted to record. So there is a Rock Goddess album that we haven't released from that
Oh,
time,
yeah,
actually.
I was gonna say because this time came out in 2019. So there's one in the
We rec-
can that's just sitting
it
on
was
a shelf.
record. We did it in Julie's front room, actually.
Oh,
But
wow.
I got there. And then we started gigging, I think towards the end of 2014 or something. And then we recorded an EP and then recorded an album and all that. But there is one that's tucked away.
Is there intention? Is there a plan to release that?
That Rock Goddess Reformation album tucked away that
Yeah,
could be mastered.
I want to hear that. I want to own that. That needs to get
with
released.
with songs that are not on the actual Reformation album that was released 2018.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting fact.
Yeah, I would love to hear that because I love, in fact, I've got a copy right here. This time is fantastic. I love this album. So good.
Lovely. That is quite metal. That's quite heavy. That album.
Oh yeah, it's very heavy.
You know, I don't know. Lots of stabs and stops and lots of intricate music going on there.
Yeah.
A bit metallic-ish, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Songs.
Well, this is exciting. I did not know that there was an album that had not been released. I want this album.
Yeah, I just think the production needs to be up to bit and brought up to date. But it'd be interesting to hear it.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to hear it remixed and mastered.
I think that should be part of your conversation tomorrow in tomorrow's pub call.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell them
absolutely.
Victor wants to hear the album.
Some of the songs double up on this time,
Hmm.
but there's a lot that don't. There's a lot that are not on there. And I would be very interested to hear it. So yes, that is a good point, Victor. I will bring that up.
Yeah, yeah. They didn't mention that to me when I interviewed them a couple of years ago. I did not know that was they never said anything about another album. So
It's the truth. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're not, But it's just, I don't know. Maybe I remember more. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not because of any reason. It's just something that was shelved, which shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think.
yeah, I would love to hear that. I thought that'd be really cool. Did it have a working title, the album, or not really?
I think we did. This time title came later. I wasn't quite happy with that one. Sorry, Jodie Julie. I would have called it something else. But first album that we recorded, oh my God, I can't remember, Victor. I'm
Hmm.
sorry.
Oh, no, no, I was just
Yeah,
curious.
obviously, it was one of the tracks, but I just can't remember now what tracks were actually on there. I know a few of this time are on there, but no, I just can't remember.
Hmm.
I think one point we were thinking Goddess of File, or that might have been the first album.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
I think that came into the conversation when we were discussing titles. The Goddess of File.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Hmm.
God, too many years have passed.
Yeah. I would love to hear that though. That sounds cool. Yeah, hopefully that will get released. Hopefully that that material will get released, get mastered and released. That would be cool to hear. Um,
Like I say, if it was, Julie recorded it on electronic drums. I think that was the main issue with the digital stuff,
hmm.
because we were doing it in Julie's lounge and with a big mobile desk. But I think there was a few technical issues with the electronic drums.
Okay.
It's so much better if you might have a bloody kit,
Yeah.
proper kit. But anyway, you know, hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but I think with today's technology that could be rectified.
Yeah, yeah. She could re-record the drums and boom.
Not even have to
Yeah. Or just yeah,
like
clean it up and
clean it up. Yeah,
fill in any gaps and release an album.
yeah.
That would be cool. I would love to
But
hear.
album, it's there.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to hear that. That'd be so cool to hear. Yeah. I mean, and I'm kind of a junkie for demos too anyway. I like to hear the evolution of a song. I find that really fascinating. Um, so yeah, I'd love to hear, and especially, if there's stuff that's on this time from that period, it'd be cool to hear how that evolved into
The
what
difference.
became, you know,
We're doing it in Julie's front room with
yeah, yeah,
a mobile studio.
yeah.
Oh
Oh, that's
no,
exciting.
but it was all the experience of getting back together again after 40 years
Yeah.
and playing together and recording together, and you know, it was special.
Yeah,
So I'm looking forward to talking to you tomorrow and mentioning that album.
yeah,
That
yeah, please do. I would love to
yeah,
just find out if something's going to happen with that. That would be great. Or
let
just
me know.
send it
Keep
to
you up
me.
to date.
They can just send it to me. I promise I won't share it with anybody.
I want to hear it too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I definitely would love to hear that. So yeah, so Girl School or not Girl School, Rock Goddess reformed in 2013, and then obviously you recorded some stuff, and then this as I mentioned this wonderful album came out, and then you left to join Girl School in 2019, right?
Yeah. No, I left Rock Goddess 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just you know it's really difficult to tour and earn money, even though you got the merch and all that. It's like you just about break even.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was it was oh, I don't know. And I was here, don't forget. So I'm traveling there or to wherever we're going. And it just got a bit overwhelming at one point. We didn't fall out or anything like that. We just
Right.
thought, well, it's I need to earn some bloody good money, you know, and it was just very difficult to earn money and break even. So, you know, I just thought, oh, done this lovely album. I want to step back now. I want to step back. And I was only out the band 3 months and I got a call from Denise from Girlschool. So I'd actually left Goddess. Sorry, I'm going to have a smoke.
No, that's right.
Just a cigarette. So anyway, to add that in. So yeah, I was out of the band just about 3 months and I got a call from Denise. Obviously, we've all been in touch. Still, we never fell out. Goddess, Girlschool, no, none of us. So she called me up and she said, listen, Trace, really, really, really want you to join the band now that you're free. Can you come and play with us in Australia and Japan and all over Europe and do this, that, and the other, record a new album and blah, blah, blah. And I went, yes, straight away.
Nice.
Because it was the right time.
Yeah.
And I tell you this now, and this is a fact, right? When I rejoined Girlschool for the third time in 2019, I didn't have a working bass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my was broken. My bass was broken. It needed a doctor, and I didn't have any bloody money to buy a new one. Yeah. Wow. So I found a way. I borrowed a friend's bass just to get me in and get me started. And now I have 5.
Nice.
And 2 guitars, right? So that's the difference.
Wow.
Because of girls. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, and I have to say, you mentioned the album you recorded with them, the WTF 45. I've got a copy right here. What a great album. And I love that it starts with bass. Like, it just starts with a killer bass line. That's how the whole album starts. It just starts with a killer bass line, and then it just goes. And that album rocks. I mean, it is heavy. It's a heavy duty album. It's some good stuff. I think it's one of Girlschool's best albums. It's fantastic.
Thank you. I'm not just saying it because I'm on it, because there's other albums that I prefer to take a bite that I played on, or the 21st anniversary album that I played on. But this one, you know, is bloody special.
Yeah.
You know, and they're going to do a 50th anniversary, and I've told them, if you want me to come up and do a couple of songs, I'm up there. You know,
Cool.
That album we recorded it in Wales, and I was so nervous when I had to do the lead vocals on 2 songs. I don't get credit for it on the album because not because of any bad doing or anything. It's just that it was forgotten. And I sound so like him. Kim was one of my idols anyway when I was a kid. So, you know, these 2 songs that I sing on, I was so nervous. I was getting eye twitches.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God, but it turned out amazing.
Yeah.
I sang on No Good and what was the other one? Oh, Invisible Killer, my song.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, you know, doing the whole album was interesting because there was a few other guests coming in and out, you know, and I picked up the plectrum again after the 90s, because when the grunge period was in, I was in Girlschool in the 90s. I was playing the plectrum all the time. And I went back to fingers because I feel it better. But some songs do need a plectrum. So I think I played 3 songs with a plectrum. And it was great practicing that again, getting that back in. And then singing lead vocals and co-writing and presenting the band with songs of mine. And then they wanted to do them and liked them. That was a really special album for me.
Nice. Yeah,
I hope it's not the last.
Yeah.
I know they're going to do another one. They are, of course they are. But I just hope that I can come back as a guest at some point, you know?
Yeah,
Be
that'd be
lovely.
cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, it's a great. I really love this album, and yeah, you mentioned there's some really cool guest musicians that play on it. Some real heavy hitters too. Phil Campbell, of course. Motorhead and Biff,
Yeah.
one of my all-time favorites. Saxon, Joe Stump of Alcatraz is of course on it, and Duff from Guns N' Roses fame is, and Velvet
Oh yeah,
Revolver is
that
on there.
Duff.
Pardon?
Born to Raise Hell. Born to Raise Hell. We
Oh,
had to do
okay.
a Motorhead cover in honour of our friends.
Yeah.
Especially girls. They were my friends too, but going back further, they were the original girl school friends.
Yeah.
And we had to do a Motorhead song. But the funny thing is, right? Of course, we didn't know who we were going to ask at the point, but we just had to record it. So
Mm.
the original track is with me playing bass,
Oh, okay.
right? So when Kim's friend, oh, sorry, I can't remember his name, Kim's friend who knew Duff, right? So, I think Duff might be interested in playing on Born to Raise Hell. So when he was sent the demo, he had one demo of me playing bass
Mm.
and one demo of no bass. And I'm quite proud of that, actually. And he did a very good job.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
But originally, I had my bass. And
It,
that is on the shelf.
oh,
Born
yeah.
to Raise Hell with me playing
It'd be cool if it was released
bass.
as a bonus track. Um, yeah, I'd like to hear
Yeah,
that
why
too.
not?
Yeah, that'd be
Great
cool.
having, Bill Campbell and, Biff on there. It was fantastic. They did that. It was fantastic
Yeah.
result. And also Joe Stump from Alcatraz, co-writing "Are You Ready?" with
Yeah.
Kim and playing on the track. Obviously we did the initial thing and sent it to him, and he put the lead on. And also Jack is playing lead on it too. That is a tremendous song.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
when of course tour with Alcatraz, Joe used to come up at the end, and we used to play that as a finale. It
Nice.
was great.
Yeah,
Great.
that's cool. Yeah, Joe's an amazing guitar player. Yeah, and it just fits so well with the girl school sound. Yeah, that is cool. I love that. That is great. Um, yeah, and yeah, hopefully you'll make an appearance on another girl school album. That would be very cool. And
You never
and
know. I
yeah,
might wangle a track in there somewhere on the
yeah,
50th anniversary.
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. And I'm really hoping
Oh,
that Rock Goddess, I'm hoping that this unreleased album makes the light of day, sees the light of day sometime in the near future. That would be awesome. So yeah, hopefully that'll happen.
it would
That'd be cool.
it needs touching up.
Yeah,
It would need a little touch up.
yeah, that'd be cool. That'd
Being
be cool.
recorded front room.
Yeah, I would love to hear that. Um,
Yeah.
Well, Tracy, this has been an absolute pleasure chatting with you. I mean, this has been so much fun talking with you today, and thank you so much for doing
Thanks.
this. Truly an honor, truly an honor to chat with you.
And it's,
Uh, um,
to be invited to your podcast and talking to the American people is always wonderful.
nice.
And yeah, let's keep in touch, Victor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I'll let things go and give me the link when it's done and ready,
Yeah, of
because
course.
I'll share it far and wide.
Nice, very cool. Yeah, and for those of
Thank you
you
so much.
watching, for people watching, if you look in the description below, I've got links to the Rockeros Facebook page. You can check them out. And also, of course, there's links to Rock Goddess and Girl School. If you don't have it, go get this album. Go get this album. Just
Yeah,
killer
it's
metal.
brilliant.
Yeah,
Even though I say to her myself, but they are really so. Because I just add this before we go,
yeah,
because when you record an album, you don't want to listen to it for a bit. You think, oh, get away from it. We've just done 2 weeks in studio or whatever. But when you revisit it, you think, oh my God, it's bloody good.
yeah.
It's really bloody good.
Yeah,
It's
these
really good.
are,
I'm proud.
yeah, you should
I'm
be.
proud that I went the second and third time, second with Rock Goddess, third with Girls School, and did another album with both. I'm so proud.
Yeah.
Good people to work with, both bands. Beautiful people.
Nice. Nice. Awesome. Well, Tracey, thank you so much.
All the
This has been
best.
awesome.
Thank you. Yes. Take care.
Take care.
Bye bye. Bye bye.